Welcome to Dr. Jester Rants. Or mocks? I think it's mockery at this point. Right. From Bound into Comics, the FirstDescendant announces plans to add jiggle physics, prompting outrage from critics. Quote, gamers are the most pathetic incel losers there are. Well, now this is interesting because aren't these people getting, I don't know, happy when they add facial hair to a female model? Looking at you, Horizon Zero Dawn. And these people who really said, oh my god, it's so realistic having the facial hair on your face. But suddenly you add something that it is common for females when they are running or moving and things like that, in which their boobs, their melons, the watermelons, the family, well, I don't know, the good little things, which hopefully are not tiny, but big. But anyway, they start to move. And somehow, somewhere, that becomes a problem. Weaponized hypocrisy. These people really don't really seem to, I don't know, realize how hypocritical their stances are. And on that note, they also seem to be exceptionally misogynistic. How are you afraid of replicating the female body? Well, we can see that on other media in which they try to create female characters and they end up looking like men. Well, or even a teenage boy. Good examples. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. The main character looks like a teenage boy. For the love of God. It's just absurd at this point. You can show them this and this are two contradictory statements. And they still say, oh, no. God, let's go and read this, shall we? So, with them adding jiggle physics, which should have been there from the beginning, they've decided to go into a temper tantrum. Here is a good example. And the name is actually very funny. Gender Defender. You couldn't even be more on your face type of absurdity, but here we are. Female characters shouldn't have aspects specifically just so that they are sexy or for fan service. Sexualizing women is never okay. That isn't a woke claim. It's a fact. Well, isn't that fascinating? Aren't these people who are absolutely happy when OnlyFans is popular and they advocate for that? What is wrong? And they are not real female characters in there. They are, well, 3D models made of pixels and polygons and textures and things like that. What is wrong with it? Yeah, that's what I thought. But then again, these people are also the ones responsible for getting very, very, very weirdly horny when they see a guy half naked or they have dick jiggle physics. Yeah. Yeah, these people are definitely not very bright, aren't they? But before I continue, here is a...
legend, we are God's wrath made manifest, and we know no fear.
Hello, I'm back, baby! Yeah! Right. So, here we have another one. It's always the shitty games that need bouncing tits to be relevant. LMFI, how about they focus on making an actual good game, not garbage with tits? Well, the game is basically Destiny game. It's a good shooter, it has good mechanics, the story is, I don't know, I didn't quite like it. And, I also didn't quite like Destiny 2, even though it had good shooting mechanics as well. So basically, it's a Destiny 2 free-to-play game, and that's about it. But they do have good female characters in there. At least they look like women, which in my opinion is actually an important subject that we need to address eventually in the future. Because, I don't know, when I look at a female, I expect to see a female, not a man. Which comes into effect another problem. Apparently Ubisoft is doing a character, a crossover character, 2B, and she doesn't seem to look like 2B, but a man cosplaying as a 2B character. Yeah. Right. Here's another one. Incels versions of Destiny. Yeah. Some people seem to be triggered. They don't seem to realize how the female body seems to work. They really have a hard time trying to grasp the concept of a female body. It's fascinating, isn't it? I don't think these people have ever seen a female body, or touched one, or seen one, or been with one, or friends with a female. I really think these people really have issues. And then they go on and accuse us from being misogynistic. But they are the ones being it. You know, that's the thing with the left. You accuse others what you're guilty of, which is exactly what they're doing. They accuse the other side of being misogynist, when in fact, they are the ones being the misogynists. And the woke crowd doesn't seem to be realizing how absurd their ideas are. I mean, even the gamer started to go on and mock the general idea of those things. The gamer, Dragon Age the Vilgard, is that friend that's too woke. And I mean, really, the gamer basically has gone out of its way to defend this game. And now somehow they are backtracking, kind of like IGN and Forbes, they're backtracking on this garbage. And it's not even an RPG, you cannot even choose your companions or get rid of them. But I think the best example of how much this means coming from the gamer is because of the writer. Here, it's funny when I send a picture of a woman with a caption, "She is so beautiful," to the group chat, I get a string of replies of just the words "gay." It's funny when my partner calls me "nobby," a shorthand for not-binary. It's funny when I talk about being biracial or bisexual and my friends tell me to pick a side. That's the spirit of good comedy. Good-spirited ribbing is an acknowledgement that they see me for what I am, and they're going to lovingly bully me anyway. See, this is the thing with the games journalists are basically completely anti-gamer. They are anti-games. And the people who the game developer seems to be pandering right now is because they listen to these people and we get garbage upon garbage, and then they get triggered when developers actually listen to real gamers and they add jiggle physics. So, in that regard, it's very important to point out that games journalists do not represent gamers, and woke gamers, which I think I need to make it very clear. Gamers, with quotes. Woke gamers and games journalists, with double quotes on that one, do not represent the actual real gamers. Because they are not. The modern audience doesn't exist. So, thanks to my girlfriend for pointing out these articles, and on that note, well, on that goddamn fucking hell, have a great fucking night. And remember, mock these people, but these people I quoted, stay far, far away from them. You know, disagreement, they shit their pants on. Don't disagree with them. Yeah.